Hey fam, it's Bibiana and Sam, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, you are welcome. So we are doing something slightly different. Got a little sit down video with my kiddos. We've got Olivia, Taiwo, and how old are you, Princess?
5, but some people say I look like Caleb and I'm really tall. Too tall for my age.
No, that's okay. You're tall to be tall.
Yeah.
And we have got Caleb, Idowu, and how old are you?
Great.
You're great. He's 3 years old. And we've got Noah Kende, how old are you?
5.
5. And today I thought it would just be good to bring you guys in on how we do, like, what do we call it, love? Sam's behind the camera today.
Yes, I am here. What's up, people?
And we're sharing with you guys how we do our, like, family meetings or family conversation time with little children. And on stuff we do just to kind of have conversations with our little ones outside. You know, how was school today? How are you today? Which I usually get Olivia, how was school?
Great.
That's the answer you usually get. Okay. Alright, got one. Who is going to go first?
Me, please.
Olivia can go first. Help me.
Thank you, Noah.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well done, Noah. Such a
Gentleman.
Yeah. That's good.
Is it ever okay to cheat in school or sports? No.
What do you think about that? Is that ever okay?
Because they might see you on the cameras and then you'll go up to a teacher, or maybe another child will report you.
Okay, why is it not okay to cheat, Noah?
Because God can always see you.
Oh, I like that answer.
Yeah, because you can't see God, but he can see you because he's in heaven. Like, God is like, he's somewhere like invisible, because he's in heaven. He's way up there, so you can't see him.
People can't see you doing it. If no one sees you cheat on the exam or see
Maybe
you cheat
not
on
a
the
child.
See you.
So we've just done a little shuffle around because I just felt like I was doing this left and right between the kids. Alright, I like those answers. Anything to add there, dear?
Right, so now what does the Bible teach us about cheating? Olivia first.
Okay, so the Bible teaches us about cheating. God can actually see you.
If you cheated, someone might find out. But if there's no one, God can always see you, what you're doing, if it's bad or good.
Good. So that's important. The Bible teaches us that, well, the Bible talks in many places about cheating. And one of them is that all things that are hidden will come to light. Also, cheating inherently is lying. The qualities that end up in cheating are negative qualities. Those are not qualities that are fruits of the Spirit. So those things do harm to us.
And we teach the kids, when it comes to cheating, we don't just teach them about or stealing. It's not just about getting caught. Like we can scare them into thinking, oh, you'll go to prison and everything. But ultimately, we want them to think beyond the consequences of someone finding out.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you only live for the consequence of someone finding out, then...
If no one finds out, happy days.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's about them having that conscience. I think that's the only thing we can go by, where instead of them doing things behind our back, we're not worried about that because they're thinking about being accountable to God rather than being accountable to us as parents.
Exactly, and that's so important.
Now we're going to do some of the questions the children had for us. So these are questions that they ask throughout the week, and then we say, okay, that's a good conversation. We have time, we discuss it there and then. If we don't, or we want to go into it more in depth later, we get them to write down the question, and then we just have a conversation about it later. So we'll pick, should we do Olivia's questions first? Yeah? So only the ones in pink are usually Olivia's questions. What's that one say?
Why is my hair and skin different to people in my school?
Okay, we've discussed this before. Noah, do you have these concerns as well? I know this is Olivia's
I don't
question.
really care.
You don't really care?
Top
Okay.
man.
Love, do you have any...
Yeah, you go ahead. I think it's a very good one.
Okay, no, Liv, I think this is a really good question. And first I want to say it's okay to be different, and you know that we've discussed that before, that you're different and you're beautiful. You're happy with the colour of your skin, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? You're happy with who you are, but you just notice that you're a little bit different in the class.
Yeah.
And we've discussed before, even with your hair, sometimes you said to me, oh, my hair's not like this person in my class. And what if I told you that you shouldn't come...
Be jealous.
Yeah, you shouldn't be jealous. You shouldn't compare to other people, okay? Because we're different. It's okay to be different. What colour is your skin?
Chocolate.
Chocolate? have the chocolate brown skin, and what you notice, people will describe you as a black person. Okay, I know that sometimes confuses you guys, but that's what we are, because the colour of our skin, we are black people. And what colour would you say the other people in your class, what colour is their skin?
Like light pink.
What would you say, Noah?
Light pink.
Like light pink? So how many people have skin like yours in your class?
2.
2. But would you say yours is the darkest, or?
Yeah,
Like,
mine's the darkest.
and you happy about that? Yeah, you're happy. That's good, because we always try and encourage you and teach you to be confident and happy in the skin you're in. It's okay to be different. And the same with your hair. What kind of hair would you say you have?
Afro hair.
Afro hair. Does anyone in your class have afro hair? How many people? One person. What's the hair type of everyone else in your class? What's that like, Noah? Everyone else's
It's
hair?
like silky and just like straight. And I'm concerned that everybody's is different to mine.
Yeah, you're just wondering why everybody's is different to yours. Dad, you want to chime in?
So we are black people is how we're classified, by our skin color, how we look, our hair, everything. We're black people. We're originally from Africa. Now, our grandparents moved here, okay, with mum and dad, and now you were born here and you grew up here, but you're still slightly different. And where we live in England, there are a lot more white people than black people. And because white people originally, some white people are from England, okay, so that's why, you know, you're slightly different from the people around you. It's not because there's more of them, they're better than you, you know, or you need to be jealous about how they look, or, you know, how they sound, or anything like that. On the inside, we are exactly the same, you know, and we all have different qualities, we all have different strengths, but God has made us all equal.
Children from the diaspora, how are we still encouraging our children to still be proud of where they're from originally, their Nigerian culture, but don't be so intimidated by the fact that they are still very much a minority?
You're proud because you know where you're from, you know, and you know the positives of where you're from, which is why we take them to Nigeria when we can. You know, our food, our culture, our clothing, our language, all the things are very rich. And if you show the positives of all these things, you'll be proud of your identity. And for us, it's something that we're very proud of. We love it, you know, but we're also happy to be in England, you know, and we love aspects of England as well, we love aspects of Europe. So we mix that all together, but deep down, you know, we're just so proud of being Nigerians, and we're trying to pass that on to our children. So we feel like if you know your roots, if you know the why as to who you are, why you are the way you are, where you come from, and you know and you have positives associated with those things, then you wouldn't have an identity crisis. Like, I grew up in Tower Hamlets, which was like more than 90% Bangladeshi. I went to college in a place that was mostly Pakistani, you know, and then I went to uni in central London. But for me, identity was never an issue because my parents instilled that in me. I had that solid foundation, and, you know, we believe if you can do that early, yeah, you know, your children will be proud and will not feel inferior wherever they are.
Alright, let's do one of Noah's questions. There you go.
Why can't we go outside ourselves?
Okay. Why can't you go outside yourselves? Right, this is a question you've asked me a lot, Noah. A lot. Like, literally, love. Every time he goes outside to play, he'll be like, Mom, why are you here? Or he'll be like, can I go to a neighbour's house and go and play by myself? And I'll be like, no. And we have, you know, in passing, tried to explain to you the reason why. So the fact you've written on this sheet obviously means you want a deeper explanation, you want to discuss it more. So how old are you, Noah? 5. And I think as well, it didn't help, especially when I was talking to Sam, when we were looking through photo albums and the kids saw us playing outside. We were there till all hours of the night, and they're like, where's your mum and dad? And we'd be like, oh, mum and dad were inside talking to the neighbours. So they were like, you guys played outside by yourselves. So we were trying to explain to them, unfortunately times are a little bit different now, so it's not really that safe anymore for young children to be outside by yourself. Love, do you want to elaborate on that one? Why can't we go outside by ourselves? And I think Noah's been asking about... Noah mentioned going out for sleepovers as well, didn't he? Why can't we go for sleepovers?
So Noah, you're like 5 going on 20, right? He's like, he can't wait to break out. You know,
Love,
so
did you ever have sleepovers when you were younger?
yeah, I had loads of sleepovers.
No. Yeah, I don't think my parents ever let me go
I
for a
didn't
sleepover.
even ask about sleepovers. You know, and now that I'm older,
It's like a Nigerian household thing.
exactly, there are two aspects to that. I mean, even Noah's always like, I know the way home. When we get close to home, can I jump out of the car? You know, and I can find my way home. And you know, I like that he's quite independent, adventurous. It's a good thing. But also, you have to be careful because that can get you in trouble. You know, yes, Olivia, you both want to get out of the car and walk home by yourself. So we like that confidence. But the truth is, when Mommy and Daddy were growing up, in the community we grew up in, people kind of knew each other, especially in Nigeria early on. You know, we could play around freely, independently, you know, go quite far away from home, and wherever you got to, if you did something wrong or if you got lost, people kind of knew who your mum and dad were, and you could come back home. But unfortunately, guys, there are, you know, people with bad intentions around. You know, there are people that can take advantage of young people, and the fact of it is that
There's predators.
there are predators around, and we as parents, we're kind of shepherds of our children, you know, and it's our responsibility to guide them. It's our responsibility to keep you safe, you know, and it's not done for no reason, because we are aware, and there are reports and things like that of this kind of behavior. There are people that take advantage of children. There are people that take advantage of younger people.
And we've already done little role plays with them.
Yeah,
on Stranger,
exactly.
They're really
Stranger
good at that.
Danger, they know
Stranger
that thing.
Danger.
That's automatic. That's automatic. And I think the other thing is trust, understanding that we have your best interest at heart. You know, and I think if you don't build that level of trust, if your children feel like you're not kind of telling them the truth,
They'll rebel.
They'll rebel, exactly. And when they do have the opportunity to stray, they will. So it's kind of like getting a balance between giving them kind of that independence, but helping them understand that there are dangers around, and them trusting your opinion, trusting that you love them and you want to do what's best for them.
Obviously, we're in the early days, so
yeah, exactly.
we're trying ourselves, and we're not saying we're perfect or everything will turn out perfectly, but I think we're just trying to instill values in our children where hopefully they will just always be able to know they can come to us. I think that's the worst thing, where a child just feels
exactly.
I've gone too far, I can't go to my parents, they'll kill me. I never want my child thinking I'll kill them for doing something.
Or something like, don't tell your mum and dad, or if you tell your mum and dad, we can't be friends anymore. That kind of thing. That's so important, that your children relay that to you. That your children never believe that they can have any secrets from you. You know, and if that trust and that love is not lacking at home, you know, they wouldn't seek that or find that in someone else. You know, so that is a really important aspect of that as well.
We are going to let you go outside by yourselves at some point, but now we want to see you're mature, that you listen to our boundaries. If we say it's time to come in, you listen. If we say don't go past that point, you know, Mummy points out some points where you can't go past, you make sure you honour those, because you have to honour your parents. That's what it says where?
In the Bible.
In the Bible, okay? So we're your parents and we're here to protect you, alright? We're never going to tell you to do something that's going to be, okay, we've got 2 hands up. Alright, go. Noah?
One of the 10 laws is listen to your mum and dad.
Yeah, it is. Honour your father and mother. Yeah, yes, Livy?
One of our memory verses is like, listen to your mum and dad.
Yeah, children.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right.
Yeah. So this is why we had you learn those memory verses, which you've been learning them for years now. Some things we're telling you is because of our experience, but we're not telling you things just because we think it's right. We want to make sure that everything we tell you, we can point it back to what? The
Bible.
The Bible. Because the Bible is the truth. And does the Bible change? No. So we're always encouraged when we tell you stuff. Yes, at the end of the day, I can probably say, because I said so, and it's in the Bible, you have to honour and obey us. But the Bible says honour your parents in the
Lord.
Lord.
So this is
Right. So if we go and tell you, if we go and tell you to go and do something that's not biblical, if we can go and tell you to steal, are you going to do it?
No.
No, because you have to honour us in the Lord. All right. It's the same thing the Bible tells you about honour people in positions of authority, but you honour them. Who do you honour above them?
You and Daddy.
And who's above me and Daddy?
God.
God. So you listen first to God, and that's why we try and make intention about you praying and spending time with God and reading your Bible. So we make sure that your foundation is always built not just on what we say, but most importantly what the Word of God says. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Something a little bit different. We just thought we'd bring you in for a kind of join us for our conversation and how we're trying to just create, I guess you call it like intentional conversations with our kids, especially now while they're young. I would say we're still learning.
yeah, definitely.
And it's not easy when you've got very young children as well, like Caleb. His concentration span can sometimes be great and other times a little bit more challenging. But I think we're just really trying to make sure we start early, especially since we've had the opportunity to speak to older couples with older kids who have made it very clear to us that this is now the time to start. As challenging as it is right now, it's important for us to just really have meaningful conversations with our kids, have moments where they know that we're going to sit down, hopefully at least once a week, and have conversation about things that are on their heart or questions they've been having, that we're not constantly brushing them under the carpet, and just making sure we're always aware of where our kids are at. Like, is Olivia still like certain food? Does she not? And any behaviour issues that we're noticing, we can pick them up early. Yes.
Yeah, and I think you'll be surprised what you find when you start doing it, you know, and you can get your children past the, I don't know, okay, I think it's all right.
Yeah.
You know, and you can help them to start getting in touch with their feelings and help them communicate that more and kind of see what the Bible has to say about it, you know, and link that all together. So it kind of helps their development. So, like, it's helping us and it's helping, yeah, you know, and it's helping them as well. So it's definitely something that we're going to keep doing, you know, because we're just like, it's starting a process and we just want to take it as far as it can go. Yeah.
I just showed you a little snippet of what we've been doing, and like I said, the conversations are just ideas that we had, questions we wanted to ask them, just to see their mindset and how they're thinking right now. But I love the fact that we introduced them asking us questions as well, and they look forward to this point because they know, okay, we're going to discuss some things that have been on our heart as well. And so it works both ways, and I think that's ultimately the best way for us to build our family as a team, and that's what we're really trying to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, notification, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.
All right, guys.